Hello, Fury. Welcome to the show. Little hotelier stream today. I've checked. There's a map on the back of the door, which shows me my location in comparison to the other rooms, and I'm kind of on a corner, so I'm a little lucky in that respect. That maybe the only person I'll be keeping awake is my partner. Unlucky for her, but lucky for everyone else in the hotel. Everyone trying to break in. Well, hopefully the connection stays stable. What does that mean? DBI. But welcome to the stream, Marty. Try not to get too loud, I suppose, because, a hotel room, but can't contain myself with UIW. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Taylor Brooks, Al Ardrick. Oh, I bet they have heard worse. A younger me would have moaned into the mic there, but maturity. I've got a profound sense of maturity. But ladies and gentlemen, it's day 2. It's the season finale. So let's have a look at what we've got in store tonight. Obviously, don't normally stream on my laptop, so let me know if the volumes are a little off. But ladies and gentlemen, 9 matches. Day 1 was good. Only 1 championship change in day 1. Maybe we'll see a couple more on day 2, but we kick things off. Tag team implodes with JT Smooth, former television champion, 2-time television champion, taking his tag team partner Brian Phillips II in singles action before we move into our ambulance match, the first ever in UIW history. Bree George takes on Maya Hall. Welcome to the stream, Topher. How you doing? And then tag team action, Jordan McKay will find a mystery partner from the back to take on Betty Banks and Ricky Spanish, the B&B connection, in our third matchup of the evening before we head back into singles action. All or nothing, contract or contendership, Caleb James takes on Marty Michaels in our 4th matchup of the evening. 4th and 9 as we hit the halfway point. Our first championship match of the evening, triple threat Sovereign Rules match, Piper Goodish, Amelia Sky and Harper Castle will collide to see who walks into the new season, the Sovereign Champion. Then, steel cage match. Ellie Quinn takes on Fury, been boiling for months. They finally collide one-on-one here tonight. And then, tertiary main event. Topher loves that word. Matsuda Tanaka looking to get some revenge against Brian Gibson, who attacked him back at Showdown in our tertiary main event. And Jordan Barnes is banned from ringside. They banned. And then we have a grudge match in our co-main event. Alan Blake takes on Luna Asher, the Fly Girls Club, imploding. For our co-main event of the evening, then main event though. Gold Rush UIW World Championship match. Kobe Ashley defends against Tone by Paul Motor and Tom Newsom in his hometown of California. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep that in mind. Going forward. Yeah, I know. I will do my best. Do my best not to. How is it now? How's the music sound now? Well, we'll find when the entrances start. As we kick off day 2 of Go for Gold here in California. Tag team imploding to kick off the show. But you know what? That's the story of today's show, because our co-main event sees the implosion of the Fly Girls Club. But to kick off, JT Smooth, former 2-time television champion. Well, that should be another Commander in chat line. But I can't say JT Smooth. I'm telling the world he's a former 2-time television champion. That's the second most accumulative reigns in any division in UIW, behind Kevin Dudek's 316 days as 316, around that number, as world champion. JT Smooth, of course, put himself first back in Showdown, competed in the New York Classic, despite having a tag team championship match later on the night, which caused him, of course, to be a little bit worn out, a little bit tired, which meant VP2 and JT Smooth were unable to successfully claim the tag team championship away from the Taboo Twins. We saw them retain yesterday to continue on their reign. Little bar there. Lower music. Not yet. How about that? Thank you for letting me know. As I said, I don't normally stream on my laptop, so it may not be 100% at first. That's better. Cool. I will remember that from each segment. Ta. Haven't heard anyone say that in a while. Ta. A northern thing. And JT Smooth, though, the heavy favourite in this opening bout. I feel like on day one, a lot of the favourites did not win. I mean, let me go right through it. Taj was the favourite, didn't win. The Road Wives were the favourite, didn't win. Scar Hendricks was the favourite, she did win. And Team XLP was the favourite, and he did win. Scars and Mist, massive favourite, lost. The Fair Man's team was a favourite, and they won. Corvo was a favourite, and he won. Sneaky Devils were the favourite, and they lost. And Nishimura was a favourite, and she lost. So more often than not, I think that's what, 5 out of 6 matches where the favourites did not win. And JT Smooth tonight, is that second biggest? Third biggest favourite on the card. EP2 though looking to pull off the upset against his former tag team partner to kick off day 2 of Go for Gold. Of course, I updated the list on the Discord as to what cores I have got so far. Still only have about 20-ish. Not enough to get going with a new season. I'll start actively chasing people up after this show. Not like literally straight after, but like this coming week. I'll actively start, sliding in the DMs. I appreciate the sub. Thank you very much, young man. You legend. Day 1. I've got a little T to my side. I don't actually know what brand it is. Twinnings, I think. Twinnings? I don't know. Different one than I'm used to. Might throw me off a bit. Oh. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First match of the night. First match of 9. A flying forearm out of the gate by BP2. JT Smooth right back up to his feet of a clothesline. Going to take control of this matchup. The veteran of UIW. Been here since season 1. As I mentioned earlier. Second longest accumulative amount of days holding a championship in UIW. He's a 2-time television champion. His first reign 186 days. His second reign 13 days. Combined 5 defenses. That's 199 days as television champion. All combined. That is second only in accumulative days to Kevin Dudek's 316. He's in control right now, though not for long. Curse of the commentator, BP2, going to take control. BP2 looking to work that left arm of JT Smooth, that knockout. I think he's more of a right-handed guy, but maybe he's ambidextrous. Look at this from BP, penning himself. Oh, look at that leap! Yeah, I said, I'm not going to get too loud. I'm shouting in match number 1. Goes for a moonsault. Doesn't quite connect. I didn't see what he typed, but welcome to the stream, Motor. Oh, Bateman. Oh, what Bateman typed. BP2 launched over the top rope. JT going to follow to the outside. Both men, Coronado type, boot to the gut. Welcome to the stream, Luna. Nice to see you. The Brits up late, 10 p.m. on a Sunday. Coronado tie up here. Irish whip countered into those steel steps. Well, the jabs, little body shot, double leg takedown by JT in full mount. Palm strikes here by the former 2-time television champion. See if we can get this match back up in the ring. We don't want to count out on our first match of the night. A couple of elbows to the midsection by BP2. BP2 tossing JT around the ring. Ringside area. I can't have any volume up. I normally have 2 screens. I don't know what count we're on. I feel like it's a late count. Let's get it back in the ring. Playing with me here. Feel like that. JT kind of bumping into the referee. He'll kind of save BP2 from that count there. Springboard drop kick by BP2 into the pin. Now looking to put down former tag team partner, former 2-time television champion. But it's going to be a count of 1. Reverse DDT from BP2. I mean, the big threat tonight is obviously Tone White in the main event. I feel like the other 3 have a fair amount of mutual respect for each other. Tone White's the big bad, representing the Age of Harris, as JT Smooth now in that full mount with some right hands. Stomp to the midsection. Cranking on that left arm of BP2 here, cranking it back, trying to tear out the socket. Oh, no frames dropped so far. That is lovely. BP2 looking to get back in the ring. Meet JT Smooth. Coronado elbow tie up. Hoists him up high. But BP2 able to slip free. Irish Whip now going to send JT into the ropes. Rebounds off. Leaps over the top. Does BP. And again. Lovely power slam by the former contender for the tag team championships into the pin. Going to get a 2 count. But not going to be enough to put down a 2-time television champion. I can't stop saying his accolades. Big forearm. Now going to hook the leg. 1, 2. Only going to be a 2 count. Off that bottom rope with a nice moonsault. What is JT? Chin up! Massive forearm to the back of the head. That could be BP2 out cold. Dragging him away from the ropes. That's great ring awareness by the former television champion. Going to hook the leg, try and get this match over and done with. There's 1, 2. Not quite free. BP2 keeps it alive. Elbow tie up, Irish Whip into the ropes, rebounds off. Goes for a belly to belly, elbow to the forehead though by BP2. JT going to duck underneath, send Brian Phillips over the top. And a shoulder barge sends him down to the floor below. JT rolls to the outside, going to keep the pressure up with a stomp, but Brian gets up to his feet. Snapmare sliding across and boom to the side of the head. What do you mean? Both men down here. Count on the outside. On to Gina, refereeing a second night here. Brian Phillips II going to pick up JT, get it right back in the ring, look to finish. You're ready, Fury. I'm ready for one new attire every week. Both men back in the ring here, first match of the evening. Coming up on that 10-minute mark, back elbow, Coronado tie up. And it's Brian Phillips in control, going to drag JT Smooth up against the ropes. Irish Whip into the ropes. Oh, look at the athleticism on show by Brian Phillips. That might catch JT off guard. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2. Welcome to the stream, Jordan McKay. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, that's a bar. Keep calling me Kanye up. Boot to the back of the head. Rolls him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Only a 2 count still. My tea's still a little bit too hot to take a sip. Brian Phillips rolls forward. Look at that athleticism. Still in control now is the, I guess, former protege of JT Smooth. Look at this. Look at this sequence. One after another after another. Now going to drag JT up to his feet. Going off those ropes again. Drop kick this time. And JT Smooth being worked up by Brian Phillips II right now. JT, they're going to push him away. That's that curse of the commentator again. JT trying to get up. Brian Phillips trying to get up. Boot to the gut. Oh, this is classic. JT Smooth. That forearm in the face. He's backing up. What's JT Smooth looking for? Oh, he's great to clock him in the back of the head again. Brian Phillips got to watch out. He got clocked again. That forearm straight to the back of the head. And Brian Phillips, second time, may very well be the charm. Could be in big, big trouble. Rolled over, JT. 1, 2, 3. And JT Smooth puts down Brian Phillips here tonight in our opening matchup. Wait, Jay Jones. We've seen Jay Jones at a recent mean streak of out. Jay Jones out here to celebrate with JT. 2 very decorated. He's not just celebrating. Jay Jones has passed JT Smooth a chair. Surely not. Get the ref out there. I mean, that's a good job, but you've got to get out of there. And we'll be looking at closing the season with a big win over Maya Hall. Put Maya Hall in that ambulance and close this chapter. Here it is. And there's the rule set. No pinfall, submissions, disqualifications, or count out. The only way to win is by putting your opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary and locking the door. That's Montague, Fury. It's Montague not reffing today. Montague driving the ambulance. Here we go. Maya Hall. Bree George. Second match of 9 tonight. And straight out of the gate. Big right hand. Big haymaker. Followed by a second. Then a kick to the thigh, which is countered by Maya Hall. And a kick to the thigh of her own. Multiple kicks. A combination, you could say. Up in the air she goes. Driven into the mat. This is our second of 9. Rolling senton. Big old pop-up knee to the chin. Bree George able to get away though. Boot to the side of the head. Both competitors back up to their feet. Gets out of the way of the grapple attempt. Irish whip counter. Bree George into that far left corner. Well, she's going for sacred silence there. Didn't connect. Shades of former women's champion Mia Nishimura, 83 days. She was UIW women's champion. Bree George now with an Irish whip over the top rope. Dangerously close to those ambulance doors. Looking to get some weapons involved, of course. Help to maim your opponent. And get them in the back of that ambulance. Lou Thesz press, a couple of right hands. Fury's got a problem with that analyst, I see. Chip Slamstein. Welcome to the stream, Nishimura. Hope you're having a good day. Former women's champion, you just missed a shout out. 83 days. One of the greatest reigns, I would say, in UIW history. Driven the head of Maya Hall into the hard floor on the outside. Now going to grab Hall by the hair, throw her back into the ring, away. No, look, only away, so she could open up those ambulance doors. And Maya goes to fly, almost flies into the back. Almost flies into the back of the ambulance. Could you imagine? And look, that might cost her. That might really cost her. Bree George almost got Maya Hall in the ambulance there. Maya Hall took a giant leap and almost went face first into the back of the ambulance. Maya Hall now looking to put Bree George in the ambulance, face first, half the body in. Oh, Bree's been thrown in, gonna get those doors plucked. Pluck, shut. There's one. Bree George trying to fight it away though. Able to push that door back open very early on. Expecting your opponent to be too weak to fight back. Goes for a big right hand, but Maya Hall gets out of the way. Maya Hall now the one thrown into the rear end of the ambulance. Boot to the midsection, backhand, step up Enziguri. Now we're going to go back to that sledgehammer, straight to the back, goes for another one, but Bree George gets out of the way and connects with a rolling clothesline. Now with Maya Hall up on her shoulders, what's Bree George looking for? Oh, Jesus! Fireman's carry straight into the back, and now it's Maya Hall's turn to have to try and fight her way out the back of the ambulance, and she does so. Again, still relatively early on. I don't expect anyone to willingly be put down so easily just yet. Working the legs though. Goes forward, doesn't connect. Bree George gets out of the way. Drop kick by Maya Hall. Bree George rolls out the way again. Meteora, standing Meteora. Favourite in this matchup, I've forgotten. I think it was Bree George. Actually, no, I think this was one of the close ones. There was a few really close ones on both days. And yeah, this was one of the pick-ems. 6-7. Bree George the slight favourite. Maya Hall once again thrown back under the ropes. Oh, look, Bree George is closing the ambulance doors. Well, this time flies, and this time connects. Now, standing moonsault doesn't connect as Bree George gets out of the way. Dragon, no. Oh, full enough. I thought a Dragon suplex was in the cards there, but no, it wasn't. Free George grabbing her by the nose. Big overhand chop. Doesn't even take her down. Grabbing her once again. Little sequence here potentially. Showboating here with another chop. Once again, Maya Hall drops to her knee, and once again she's dragged up by the nose, and once again an overhand chop. That time she's able to get up. Right hand, overhand, left. Sorry, left leg kick. And boot to the back. Welcome to the stream, new champ, Ashley Rain. Hope you're having a good day. And boot to the back of the head. This is match 2 of 9. Oh, wow, Maya Hall connected with that boot. Topher's never seen Chip Slam Steam. The majority of this matchup has taken place right outside the back of that ambulance. Moments away, one mistake away from being thrown into the back of it. This is not about technique or anything. This is just about shoving the opponent in the back of that ambulance. And right now it's Maya Hall in control, but Bree George has seen a lot of control in this matchup. A stomp to the face. Welcome to the stream, Ellie Quinn. Hope you're having a good day. Bree George clubbing blows straight to the throat of Maya Hall. We had seen them kind of have a scuffle over getting them in the back of the ambulance earlier, but Bree George, oh, neckbreaker onto the sledgehammer. Boot to the gut. Bree George double underhooks. Up in the air, countered by Maya Hall. Into a clothesline. Not exactly, but I will have a date for you by the end of this week. Hopefully. I'm going to, after this show, so after I get back from this from the wedding tomorrow, so I'll get back Tuesday morning. I'm off all day Tuesday. I will start DMing everybody whose calls I don't have yet, and we'll see what I can get done by the end of the week, and then maybe we can get something announced. Maya Hall, by the way, scaling the ambulance, inviting Bree George to join her up on top of the ambulance. 12, 13 feet high, teetering on the edge. Oh my God, Jesus! Bree George almost went flying off the end of the ambulance, down to the floor below. Forearm to the face, kick to the thigh, kick to the inner thigh, counter. Bree George with a kick to the gut. I'm looking to take Maya Hall a long road home, driving the back of the neck onto that top of the ambulance. Boot to the midsection. Head scissor DDT. And Bree George with a knee across the bicep here. Still second match of 9. Looking to get Maya Hall off. Maya Hall just about stops herself from falling off the edge of the ambulance. Again with that head scissor DDT. Again, going right after the throat of Maya Hall. Bree, look at that. That's a beautiful background. Seeing the go for gold Tron. My goodness, the extra damage on top of this steel roof. Ambulance roofs are made of steel, right? Maya Hall back in control, trying to throw Bree George off the top. Oh my God, picking her up. Wait a minute. Bree George taking it. With a splash from the top of the ambulance. Maya Hall now looking to pick Bree George up. Under that bottom rope. Yeah, shot to the back of Bree George. For Meteora. Sorry, I can hear the people in the next room, so I'm like trying to keep it quiet now. Bree George opening the doors of the back of the ambulance. We're going to get 2K15 commentary here. Irish whip over the top rope goes Maya Hall. Bree George going to follow. Yeah, you're going to get 2K15 golf commentary here. Free George. Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking. Free's been sent flying into the back of the ambulance. The eccentrics take over. Free George has my horse up against the back of the ambulance. I'm not going to make the fake shouting though, don't worry. Like my, I always, I'm not getting into that. My horse stunned. Free George staring at my horse, throws into the back of the ambulance. And now trying to shut the doors. It's in my commentary. Shut one door. Can she get the second one shut? My horse trying to fight back. My horse trying to push the door back. But Free George able to get that second door shut in our second match of the evening on day 2. It feels so underwhelming with having to whisper. But Bree George. Okay. Are you guys fine with this? Do you want me to finish this show or do you want me to do it another day? Like, you cool with this? Free George with the W. You're cool with this? Yeah. Maybe, hopefully they're deep sleepers. Maybe when it gets to like 11:30, I'll start shouting again. But ladies and gentlemen, up next, let me get real close. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, tag team action. I'm a teacher giving you help on a test. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, tag team action. We will see the B&B connection in action. Benny Banks returned at Showdown to pass brass knuckles to Ricky Spanish, that was used while the ref was distracted on Jordan McKay to get the win. Jordan McKay was all over him. Music is a little loud. Yeah, it's fair. It probably is loud compared to the voice. Because I'm whispering. Benny Banks, though, former contender for the UIW Tag Team Championships back in the day, back in Season 1 with Brian Jacobson. The thing about Benny Banks and Ricky Spanish as a duo is I feel like it's quite clear that one of them, I mean, none of them are long-term friends, you know? They're not the kind of guy you can rely on in over a long period of time. Both of them renowned for turning on their opponents. Benny Banks is literally called the problem child. And this man right here, Ricky Spanish, making his way down from the back to once again try and put Jordan McKay down. He returned from the depths, attacked Jordan McKay. We didn't know it at the time. To team with Marty Michaels after Marty Michaels' friend and ally Ricky Yamamoto was taken out by Alaric. This is a very strong team. Twinnings. Spanish. There you go. Oh wait, you mean the I can't, that's too loud. Yeah. I'm so humble. Sorry for anyone tuning in. The reason the commentary is so quiet is because I am streaming live from a hotel room, and I can hear the people in the room next to me, even though I'm on a corner. I am paranoid. I don't want to. I'm here for another night. I don't want to, like. I feel bad. I don't want to keep people out. But here comes Jordan McKay, arguably one of UIW's best in regards to technical ability. Was wrestling circles around Ricky Spanish at Showdown. Yeah, that's so true though. Except replace Aaron with Bateman, and that is the truest thing ever said. Jordan McKay maybe hasn't had the breakout season he would have hoped, but he would love to cap it off with a win over Spanish and Banks. The B&B connection. Of course, you're wondering where the other B comes from. I feel like in a hotel room, you're more likely to expect to hear a little moan than someone screaming, "It's Jordan McKay!" at the top of their lungs. But now, who is Jordan McKay? Frown from the back. I've got James Landon Game return commentary. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, we haven't seen him in some time. The very reason behind Ricky Spanish's return, Ricky Yamamoto, making his way down the back. I really have evolved into Zentrix. Fuck it, I'm just going to talk normal. I'm going to try and whisper. Here we go though, ladies and gentlemen, tag team action, match number 3. It's Benny Banks starting things off against Jordan McKay. Our third match of 9, 1/3 of the way through the show. McKay going to start things off. We're going to see that technical ability, I'm sure, immediately. Oh no, gets caught as he goes for the springboard. Irish whip now by Benny Banks. Into the ropes, elbow to the face there by McKay. McKay going to grab him from behind. Doesn't want to get caught in that grappling mix up there as Benny Banks. Forearm, backhand, body shot. Double leg takedown and a stop to the midsection by Jordan McKay. And just as I expected, McKay going to run rings around. He's going to give Ricky Yamamoto some time to freshen up and get in the ring. Hello, McKay. Look. Oh, Ricky Yamamoto going straight after Ricky Spanish. Overhand right there by Benny. Another overhand right by Benny. Benny grabbing him by the eye patch and connecting with a DDT to keep down Ricky Yamamoto. Goes for a stomp to the lower back. Boot to the spine. Stomp to the midsection. And a boot to the midsection by Benny Banks. Multiple stomps. Ricky Yamamoto able to get out of the way. Not flying, but a running elbow by Yamamoto. Then a leg drop. And look at Ricky Yamamoto take a leap of faith over the top rope down to the floor below. Benny Banks able to get out of the way though, up to his feet. Both men down on the outside. Of course, no count-outs in this tag team matchup. Not a match in the tag division though, I believe. That's probably why there's no counter. Like time limit counter, I should say. Yamamoto running forward, going to grab Benny Banks by the head, by the hair, hoist him up on the shoulders, take him for a little airplane spin. Shades of UIW legend Bozo the Magnificent. Look at the way Benny's leg keeps getting caught up on that steel ring post. Both men going to be a little bit dizzy here, surely. Pair of dizzy rascals. Now going to drive the... Oh! I thought he was going to drive the face of him into the mat, but instead we get a little stunner. Grab him by the back of the head now, getting back onto that bottom rope, back into the ring. Can't win the match on the outside. Both men back in the ring. Calling for the hot tag is Ricky Spanish, who's yet to be tagged into the pin now. Only going to be a 1 count. Benny Banks able to kick out nice and early here. Boot to the midsection by Benny. Overhand right. It looked like Ricky was looking for the tag back out to McKay. There's an uppercut. And here comes Ricky Spanish, ladies and gentlemen. Spanish versus Yamamoto. First time ever, both men in the ring. Look at that matching pink. Irish whip, rebound, pop-up knee by Yamamoto. Kick straight to the midsection. Off that second rope, connects. Reverse. No, not reverse. Hey, okay, Yamamoto throwing me off a bit here. He's tricky. Tricky flare. Look at flexing the biceps. But here comes Yamamoto back in the ring. Lovely little combination. Round a super kick to the face. Ricky Spanish stays on his feet, goes for an overhand right, connects to the forearm. We have a collar over the top, and Spanish going to grab him by the back of the head, maybe the back of the eye patch, put him up against the ropes. I'm not sure. That predates his time in UIW. Maybe he's missing an eye. Now trying to force a submission here is Ricky Spanish. Yamamoto, though, able to get free, able to get back up to his feet, keep this matchup alive. Hit that 10-minute mark almost. See, this different system to what I normally stream on tells me how long the matches have been going for, which is quite cool. Forearm to the face. Spinning soul kick. Boot to the jaw. Another boot. Look at Yamamoto staying on his feet. You've got to give respect to that. Lovely neck breaker there by Ricky Spanish. Jordan McKay calling for the hot tag, and he gets it. And he gets to get his hands on the man that cheated to beat him back at Showdown. Irish whip. Spanish into the ropes. Rebounds off, ducks underneath. Does Jordan McKay. Rebounds off, ducks, leaps over the top. Does Jordan McKay. Backbreaker, then a lariat to the back of the head. Called for the hot tag there, did Benny. And Ricky Spanish now looking to pick Benny up. Not Benny, sorry. Jordan McKay spinning backfish. You see those exposed rings. That's why their last match was a velvet glove match. Ricky Spanish loves to utilize those rings for some, I guess, additional impact on his strikes. Yamamoto, though, there to make the save. Now McKay trying to force a submission on Ricky Spanish, the dirtiest player in the game. He's got that strong core strength. Sure he can do a few pelvic thrusts. Jordan McKay propped up against the ropes. Big right hand, countered with an elbow by McKay. As expected, McKay once again running rings around Ricky Spanish. McKay far superior when it comes to just straight out wrestling. And Jordan McKay in control. Up in the air he goes. Lovely brainbuster. Hooking the leg, thinking he's going to get the win over Spanish into the pin, but Benny Banks breaks it up. And Jordan McKay, not a fan of that. Looked like he was going to go after Benny Banks, but changed his mind. Springboard moonsault. You know when it's harder to just concentrate properly when you have to concentrate so much on not being loud. I feel like I'm losing my words, you know, my wisdom. Underhook suplex, and Jordan McKay going up top looking to fly as Ricky Spanish just about makes that hot tag and saves himself from whatever McKay was looking for. McKay actually going to slide to the outside and slide back in. Big running knee there by Benny Banks. Boot to the back. Benny Banks now looking to pick McKay up to his feet once more. Pop up powerbomb potentially. Look at the height on that powerbomb. Benny Banks in the pin on McKay. There's one. There's two. Not going to be a free. Jordan McKay able to kick out and keep this tag team matchup alive. Forearm to the face. And Benny Banks once again going to make the tag. Here comes Spanish. Here comes Yamamoto. I'd say both teams been relatively even so far, running high knee. Spanish enjoying life. Look, look. Oh, I thought he was going to hit with that perfect pose, but just some repeated boots straight to the face. But Yamamoto once again going to get the better of Ricky Spanish. Oh, look. Yamamoto begging and pleading. Ricky Spanish left to ponder. And these two men staring each other down. Ricky Yamamoto trying it with Ricky Spanish. Oh, my mistake. Oh! Not a fan of Marty, are you, Motor? Well, here he comes, the hot mess. Hurry, man. Don't make me. Here comes Marty Michaels. He feels he's been robbed this season, screwed out of opportunity time and time again. Believes what happened at Showdown was a crime. Criminology, you could say. Chaz Babylon, we haven't seen him since, or before that. He was very familiar looking, but I couldn't quite put a finger on it. Another entrant in the New York Classic, threw a steel chair at Marty Michaels, tossed him back in the ring, and he got eliminated almost immediately. Here we go, though, ladies and gentlemen. Marty Michaels, Caleb James, one-on-one. Contendership or career. And out the gate, Hurricane Rana by Marty Michaels. Going to start things off. How long will Marty's control last? We'll find out. Marty now looking to pick Caleb up. Caleb going to sweep the leg out from underneath. Now going to grab Marty by the hair. Marty grabs Caleb by the hair with a jawbreaker. Flying forearm by Michaels. Of course, we know who the television champion will be going into the new season. That is still Jack Corvo after he retained against Fumio Takahashi last night, match number 6, I believe it was. It might have been the tertiary main event, actually. I think it was the tertiary main event. Caleb in the corner, goes for a flying enziguri, doesn't connect, able to slide out of the way, and into a rear naked. Trying to force a submission out of Marty Michaels here. Marty desperately trying to grab for the rope, but instead going to pry those legs free from that rear naked choke. Roll through, could have gone for a pin attempt there, but realised probably a bit too early in this matchup to even try it. Another Hurricane Rana, the same way, kicked the match off, going to go back to it. Can't fix what isn't broken. Irish whip again, Caleb James into the ropes, rebounds off. German suplex by the hot mess. The masterpiece, the cream in your coffee, the milk in your tea. Different kind of gravy. He's not no Arbisto. Need a couple of knees to the midsection, Muay Thai knees. That probably just sounds like a bunch of nonsense. If anyone can hear that, doesn't know what that means. Face first off the top turnbuckle. Caleb now having a chance to being in control of this matchup. Take away some momentum from Marty Michaels. There's a scoop slam. Now looking to go up onto the second rope. Maybe take a leap of faith, but Marty back to his feet and forcing Caleb down off that second rope. Marty grabbing him by the arms. Lovely bulldog. Caleb holding his face. May have damaged his nose there. Side headlock. Marty relentless with it. Showboating a little bit. I don't know if this is the kind of match type you want to showboat in. Your career's on the line, young man. Goes for a stomp to the arm. Now stomp to the lower back. Elbow to the inner thigh. Marty Michaels hooking up that leg. Going straight off to the knee with some right hands. Rapidly booting the back of the head of, or upper back I should say, of Caleb James, forcing his head into the mat. Marty Michaels now looking to go up top, climbing, scaling the ropes, looking to take a leap of faith. The hot mess connects with an elbow drop from the top, but not completely flush. Looks like he might have hurt his elbow a little bit there, but nonetheless still into the pin on Caleb James. 1, 2, only going to be a 2 count. Caleb kicks out at the count of 2. Caleb James up to his feet. On the apron, trying to use the ropes. There's a little divider between the two, but a drop kick by Marty sends Caleb down to the floor below. Marty going to quickly follow. Hunting desperately to kick off the new season as the #1 contender for the television championship. A couple of elbows, repeated elbows on the outside by Marty Michaels. Now going to drag Caleb up to his feet by that long hair. Marty showing the advantage of having a man bun. Caleb thrown into the LED barricade. Marty wants him up to his feet, going to grab him up. Back under that bottom rope we go. Marty back in the ring, and Marty Looking to scale to the top rope and surely not going to dive. Not in a match of this magnitude. Not going to take a leap from the top rope. Of course he does, but that's why it's high risk. Because Caleb James gets out of the way and Marty kind of goes face first into that LED barricade. Now look at the power of Caleb James, hoisting him up for a powerbomb on the outside. Caleb back onto that bottom rope. Marty Michaels soon to follow, but runs right into the clutches of Caleb James. Irish whip, Marty off the ropes, running drop kick by Caleb. Prepares up to the feet, back elbow, overhand right, forearm to the face, boot to the gut. Marty with a lovely combination and a spinning neck breaker into the pin as well. Thinking he's done the job against Caleb James. 1, 2, not even a 2 count just yet. Caleb James able to kick out nice and easy. Now going to grab Marty by that man bun. Throw up against the ropes. Caleb James though gets caught with an elbow to the face. Irish whip. Caleb into the ropes. Rebounds off. Right hand there by Caleb. Marty hoisted up, belly to back suplex by Caleb James. Bring him up to his feet, driving him face first into the mat. Stomps to the open palm, another stomp to the open palm, third stomp to the open palm. Axe handle straight to the chest by the hot mess, and Caleb James busted open after that stomp. Caleb going to get back to his feet nonetheless though, will stop though before he can even try. Marty Michaels relentless pressure here by the hot mess. Rolls him back over. Elbow to the inner thigh. Another elbow to the inner thigh by the hot mess. Really working on Caleb James so far here. I would say in the early stages it was relatively back and forth, but ever since Caleb was busted open, Marty Michaels has been all over him. A man truly in his prime right now. Irish whip, far left corner. Marty Michaels dragging him out the corner. Scoop slam. Marty up on that second rope. Similar to what Caleb tried to do to him earlier in the matchup, except Marty wants him on his feet. Marty takes a leap, connects with a drop kick straight on the face. Pinpoint accuracy by the hot mess. Dragging him up by the hair once again. Goes for that discus forearm, doesn't connect, big right hand. Now they're going to exchange blows in the centre of the ring. There's a backhand by Marty and a backhand by Caleb. Backhand again by Marty. And right hand by Caleb. Right hand by Marty. Back and forth they go, centre of the ring here. Some 10 minutes into the matchup, they're brawling, they're throwing hands. Right hand again by Marty Michaels. A right hand counted now. Another right hand by Marty. This one counted by Caleb. Another right hand again by Caleb. 2 in a row. Backhand shot. Back and forth these two men go in the centre of the ring. Another right hand connects straight on the jaw. And a big forearm drops Caleb James. Oh, look at those hips. Oh, wait a minute. Marty Michaels setting him up looking for a hostile makeover. Could very well have Caleb James down. 1, 2. Still only a 2. Caleb over kick out. See, I wish I could have screamed hot mess at the top of my lungs there. Marty Michaels now looking for a submission. Trying to force Caleb to tap, centre of the ring. Win that contendership. Caleb James has had nothing for the last 3 or 4 minutes, but now has a chance to turn it back around. The double underhooks. Marty hoisted up. Marty though prepared for it. He's fighting for his life here. Big clothesline. Couple of stomps to the face. Marty back in control. Repeated stomps to the face. And Marty going up high, looking to fly. Will he go for that elbow drop again? Will he connect successfully this time? There's that elbow. No, Caleb gets out of the way, and most of the time when Marty has gone high risk in this matchup, it has not paid dividends for him. Forearm in the face, Marty goes flying to the outside, and Caleb James looking to turn it around a big way, takes a leap, almost takes the ref out. Big elbow drop, and a kip up by Caleb James. these two men back to These two men back to exchanging. Beatdowns. That doesn't make sense. Exchanging blows on the outside. Caleb being thrown around the ringside area. Could you imagine losing your career by countout? That would be the most devastating thing, and that's why Caleb James has rolled back in the ring, and Marty surely soon to follow, and he does. But rolls once again right into the clutches of Caleb James, who connects with a neck breaker from behind. Irish whip by Caleb Martin into the ropes. Pop-up Samoan drop. Caleb. Marty's loving this. Look at these headbutts over and over again from Caleb James. Marty up to his feet. Caleb caught him though. That belly to back suplex once again. Into the pin. Caleb thinks he's got the job done. No, not going to be enough just yet. Marty Michaels is fueled tonight. Letting out a roar, he knows it. Needs to crash that custom truck. Oh my God, that's viciousness from Marty Michaels. He knows what he has to do. Looks like he was going to set him up for a hot mess again. But this time Caleb got up. Oh, there it is! Hot mess. Hostile makeover is what I meant to say. Into the pin. And Marty Michaels puts down Caleb James here tonight in our fourth match of the evening. And Marty Michaels, despite everything, is now officially in your television championship picture. Feels like he's had to overcome the world, or a fair man will tell him he's treating him fairly. We'll hit the halfway mark. Speaking of championships, we're halfway mark of this show. With our first championship match of the night.
Oh my God, Tara, are you going to that party tonight? Bitch, I'm already on my way. Where are you? I just have to put on my outfit really quick. I'll be there in a second.
And out first, someone who's definitely been one of the breakout stars of this season. Piper British has all the momentum running into this matchup. Beat Harper Castle, China Sage, the new women's champion Ashley Rain, and Sarah Miller earlier on in the week on Infinite. She'll be looking to drag that momentum into a championship win, her first championship win in UIW. With a win here tonight, but it won't just be her. Looking to get that first win. It's Harper Castle also looking to do the same thing. Been on good form this season. Another newcomer to the show that's certainly found good form. Harper Castle making her way down the back. This is technically a second championship match. The first one was ruined by Piper Goodish. And of course, last but not least, your UIW Sovereign Champion, former UIW Women's Champion, she was the first ever UIW Women's Champion, longest reigning UIW Women's Champion, Amelia Sky. making her way down the ramp for technically her second defense of the belt, defending against Harper Castle, ending in disqualification after Piper British attacked both of them. Piper British then beat Harper Castle and get into this matchup. It's all about those decisive moments in this matchup because you've only got 15 minutes to get a pinfall. Obviously, you can get more than one. It's essentially an Iron Woman match, Sovereign rules. It's falls count anywhere. Whoever has the most falls at the end of the 15-minute timer will walk out champion. Now, the more people in the match, typically the more falls you get. But when there's only 3 people all vying to prevent each other from getting a pinfall attempt, we could get a very low-scoring match here. We've never had a Sovereign Rules match decided in the initial 15 minutes. Here we go. Piper Goodish, Harper Castle, and Amelia Sky. Jawbreaker out the gate. 15 minutes on the clock here. Of course, let's say for example, Piper Goodish and Harper Castle both get one pinfall and Amelia Sky gets none. That means we're guaranteed a new champion. But when the 15 minutes end, the timer goes away. The one without a fall leaves, if any. And then it's elimination. Last person standing. If all 3 of them have no falls or 1 fall after the 15-minute timer, it continues on until there's only 1 left. But at that point, it is elimination. Lovely combination. Now, with this being a triple threat, it's going to be one of those matches where it's hard to stay in control for too long because you've got to have eyes in the back of your head. Running leg drop there by Harper. Another running leg drop, and now look, you'll see Harper needs to quickly turn around because there's Piper Goodish with an overhand right. Elbow to the face by Harper. Turns her attention immediately back to Amelia Sky. Going for a fisherman suplex. Although then again, immediately turns around to Piper Goodish. Over the top rope. Now that's a strategy. Clear the ring. Make it 1-on-1. With only 3 people, getting that first pinfall is crucial because then you can just play defense. Just break up pins and make sure nobody else comes anywhere near getting a pinfall. Trying to get the kendo stick involved there with Harper Castle, but Amelia Sky not having it. Big boot straight to the face. Right now, Amelia Sky is the one up, but not for long. Harper Castle back to her feet, boot to the midsection. But look, Harper Castle taken out by Piper. And now Piper has the opportunity to take control of this matchup, although the curse of the commentator would dictate that that does not happen. Piper taken down, a stomp to the back. And slaps the hand away, boot to the gut. And here comes Piper from behind again. Spinning soul kick. And welcome to the stream, Harper. Hope you're having a good day. Well, you are 4 minutes and 20 seconds too late. Piper British taking over the top rope, and they're leaving just Harper and Amelia Sky in the ring. Fisherman suplex. And Harper once again looking for a weapon. But I wonder how Piper British will be feeling in this matchup, knowing that her partner, Maya Hall, has been taken away from the arena in the back of an ambulance. Amelia Sky into the pin, trying to get the first fall. Couple of elbows to the midsection here by Amelia Sky. Multiple elbows by the former Women's Champion, current Sovereign Champion, as she looks to claim that first pinfall. Doesn't hook the leg though. Veteran Instincts turns around but right into Piper Goodish, but gave herself enough time to reverse and hit a reverse DDT. If you're wondering why I'm commentating so quietly, because you've just joined the stream, Piper Goodish and Harper Castle, I am in a hotel room and I don't want to keep people awake, so I'm not screaming at the top of my lungs. Over some chair shots there, boot to the midsection, but here comes Harper again. Amelia Sky down, wisely rolls to the outside. Doesn't give her any chance to recover at all. Kendo strike straight to the forehead. And Piper Goodish looking to get that first fall. One. Only a 1 count. Harper Castle kicks out, and that first fall is crucial. The quicker you get it, the better. We're almost a fifth of the way through this. A chair shot straight to the head of Piper Goodish. And Harper Castle going to get a chair of her own. As Amelia Sky really looking to go to work on Piper Goodish with these chair shots. Now Harper Castle the one with the chair. Takes out Amelia Sky, but now look at Piper. And Piper trying to force a submission on the outside. Referee in perfect view, but strong core by Harper Castle allows a release. Spinning soul kick. A boot or a shin straight to the temple of Amelia Sky. In right hand. Boot to the gut. Oh my God. Almost right on the chair. That could have had Piper Goodish down for the count. Big leg drop. Almost a third of the way through. We saw history made. Piper Goodish is, oh my God, no way. Oh, again, almost on the chair, but look at Harper Castle. She's crumpled down. If I'm Amelia Sky, I'm pinning Harper Castle right now. Look at Harper. Look at the way she's down. Harper Castle looks like she's just been murdered on the outside. She's trying to get back up to her feet. Piper Goodish looking for that first pinfall of the matchup. Into the pin. Harper recovers right in time to break it up. We're now over 1/3 of the way through this bout. Spinning soul kick to the gut. A running knee to the face into the pin. Harper Castle trying to secure the win and secure an advantage in this championship match. But no, still no falls to anybody. Amelia Sky, the only one in the ring right now, going to follow Harper Castle to the outside. Harper gets back in the ring and tries to throw a kendo stick at Amelia Sky. Doesn't really connect. The rope's kind of in the way. Amelia thrown to the corner regardless. Flying forearm. Propelling herself up with that bottom rope for a boot and then an explosive suplex out the corner as Piper Goodish recovers. But look at Harper Castle now. Controlling the matchup. Controlling everybody. The only one standing. Going to the outside though to potentially get another weapon involved. No, changed her mind because she saw Piper Goodish getting up to her feet. Can't allow anyone to get a pinfall. Less than 9 minutes to go. Longest reigning Sovereign Champion is Mia Nishimura, which is quite interesting. Because we've just seen Mia Nishimura as Women's Champion for 83 days. She might have the longest accumulative women's reign. Wait a minute. Amelia Sky, could she get that first pinfall attempt? 1, 2. Only a 2. Yeah, Mia Nishimura held the Sovereign Championship for 113 days. Amelia Sky slamming the chair off the apron and then cracking Harper Castle across the head with it once again. And then to the legs. Amelia Sky right now is in the middle of the championship reign. She hasn't held it as long as Ashley Asylum or Mia Nishimura did, but she's held it longer than Anna Mendez and Quinn Bell did. Kick to the gut, overhand right, Harper from behind. Throwing Piper Goodish around, but watch out, big boot by Amelia Sky. Oh, Amelia with Piper down. Could very well be looking for that first pinfall. 1, 2, only a 2. It's a shame, and it's a shame they ended up being weird. They had a good core. Well, it's not, you know what I mean when I say it's a shame. It's like, why do people have to be silly? Why can't people be normal? Piper Goodish throwing Harper Castle back in the ring. Amelia Sky going to follow, big boot. Amelia Sky now has the pick of who to go for. Needs to get that first pin. It's rare that you get an opportunity like this in this matchup, but she rolls to the outside to get a weapon. That's going to allow both competitors to get back in the ring, and Harper Castle to potentially get that first pinfall, but no, Amelia Sky breaks it up. 7 minutes on the clock. We're almost down to that final third. Springboard drop kick by Sky. Knee across the face of Amelia Sky again into the pin, but Piper Goodish again keeps it at 0-0. 0-0-0. As I said, there must be a lot playing on the mind of Piper Goodish. She hasn't really had the opportunity to even go back and look for Maya Hall since Maya Hall was thrown in the back of that ambulance. She'll have to wait now until probably the end of the show. I imagine that ambulance has left the arena. Exploder into the corner. 6 minutes on the clock. Boot to the midsection, left hand. Some kicks to the thigh. Another kick to the thigh. A third kick to the thigh. Boot to the midsection. Piper Goodish could be closing in on that first pinfall. Harper, look, she's trying to wriggle out of it. 1, 2. Oh my God, Amelia Sky just saved it. Or Harper just kicked out. It was very close. Very, very close. Boot to the gut by Piper. Launching Amelia away. Both competitors up. Flying crossbody by Harper. Harper now the one in control. Harper now the one who's able to pick and choose what happens. Grabbing the left arm, forearm to the face. Piper Goodish looking to take Harper out, but of course Amelia Sky is right there with 5 minutes on the clock. Forearm to the face. Yeah, people don't seem to leave. Welcome to the stream, Mimi. Oh, wait, that's not Mimi. That's Callie Casey. Sorry, it looks very similar. Welcome to the stream, Callie. Hope you're having a great day. Long time no see. I heard you were engaged, right? Congratulations. Wait a minute. Amelia Sky. Did she just get the first pinfall? Did that count as the first pinfall? Was that it? I can't hear, so I don't know if the bell rung. The bell did ring. Oh, sorry, I can't, because I'm in this hotel room, I don't have a second monitor to hear it. But okay, Amelia Sky is now 1-0 up with under 5 minutes on the clock. It's now about playing defense. But she's taken the referee out. There's going to be no pinfalls. Oh, there you go. But she's missed a couple of big moves. Amelia Sky, this is what I'm talking about. Playing defense. Needs something to happen in the next 4 minutes, otherwise Amelia Sky will become the first person to win a Sovereign Rules match in the initial 15 minutes. You play too defensive and keep putting yourself in the line of fire though, and it may come back to haunt you. Belly to belly, Piper Goodish looking to even it up and make it one apiece. No, Amelia Sky kicks out. Piper to the outside. She's got all the momentum going into this matchup. Looking to pick up a kendo stick. Going after Amelia Sky with it. Harper Castle getting her own kendo stick. Back into the ring. Oh, setting up Amelia Sky. Wheel kick, but watch out from behind. He cracks across the back with that kendo stick from Harper Castle and then shatters it over Amelia Sky. Amelia going to roll to the outside. 3 minutes on the clock. That could have been it as well. Piper could have had something there. Boot to the inner thigh. Harper up on that second rope. Crossbody or splash, I should say, or scouting up with Amelia Sky taunting. Running knee across the face again, but look, Amelia Sky's there to play defense once more and prevent Harper Castle from getting that pinfall attempt. Amelia Sky may very well be the first person to win it in that initial round. Two minutes on the clock for either Piper or Harper to get one. No, she's been stopped by Piper. Piper might get one. That's clearly a rope break, surely not. 1, 2, a kick out. I can't believe it. That should have been it. Piper should have had one. How has Harper kicked out of that? We've seen earlier on the week that Harper was an absolute machine. Harper Castle earlier in the week was kicking out of everything. 1 minute on the clock. Harper! It's because TKO! 1, 2, 3! One apiece! Piper now needs to do something. Piper needs to do something now to make it free. A three-way tie at 1. She's got 80 seconds on the clock. And here comes Amelia Sky. She's already let one person get a point back. She can't let them both. And now look, just taking Piper out. Taking Harper out. Amelia going to steal it in the last minute. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Piper breaks it up. 50 seconds. 50 seconds. Oh, if it stays this way, we will see this continue as a one-on-one between Harper and Amelia. The last time Piper Goodish competed in a Sovereign Rules match, she was literally 2 seconds away from getting the point she needed. If you recall, the bell rang just as she went into the pin. 26 seconds on the clock. Clothesline. You've got to do something. You're going to have to go for a pin after this series of clothesline, otherwise it's it. But Amelia Sky's there and waiting. You've got to turn around, Piper. You need to hit something big. Piper has the chance. Piper has the chance. Powerbomb. Amelia Sky, so clutch. Top up knee, and that stops Piper Goodish. And now you see Piper slide back in the ring. Sorry, Harper slide back in the ring. And we continue as a duo. 1 fall to finish now to determine who walks into the new season as Sovereign Champion. Don't worry, Faded Punk. Yeah, it's sudden death. I think Piper was actually one of the favourites in this matchup. Let me have a look. Let's get the stats. Statman Dave Bateman. Yeah, in fact, the champion is the least favourite to retain. Harper was the favourite to win and has the chance. This was supposed to be the singles match that we were due to see for the belt. But Piper Goodish intervened. Will Amelia Sky go into the new season as Sovereign Champion, or will it be Harper Castle? Harper's certainly taken more punishment so far this matchup, but we've seen that she's durable. Of course, championship advantage now comes into play as well, so it can go to DQ or count out, and Sky would retain. These two balling out on the outside, getting close to that count of 10. Harper Castle throwing Amelia Sky under that bottom rope, taunt, and just get back in the ring. You haven't got time to taunt. Need to take advantage while Amelia Sky's down. Look, she's loving this, but grabbing the left arm. In control of the longest reigning women's champion and current Sovereign Champion. Only 2 people ever have held both the Sovereign Championship and the Women's Championship. That's Amelia Sky and Mia Nishimura. And Amelia Sky now into the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. These two have now been in the ring for almost 20 minutes. Probably the longest match of the entire show tonight, you'd imagine. Amelia Sky up to her feet. Harper Castle looking to become UIW Sovereign. No, only a 2 count. Boot to the back. And Harper scouting up Amelia Sky. Boot to the gut. This could be Harper Castle looking to become Sovereign Champion. I can't shout, but I want to shout, but it's only a 2. I wish I could shout. Amelia hasn't taken much punishment so far in this matchup. She's done well to avoid a lot of it, but now Harper Castle is absolutely brutalizing the current Sovereign Champion. Look, again into the pin. You can't empty the gas tank though. You need to pace yourself. You're going all out like this, and Amelia Sky, it could work. An absolute barrage could certainly work, but if it doesn't work, it's going to leave your gas tank emptied and allow Amelia Sky to maybe come back. Not sure what Harper's thinking here. A little bit of mind games. It looks like Amelia Sky has a plan. Irish whip, countered, into the ropes goes Harper. Ducks underneath. Leaps over the top does Amelia Sky. Oh, body shot, kick to the thigh, kick to the midsection, kick to the thigh, and a stop to the back. Stop to the arm. Harper Castle back in control. Lovely pop-up knee into the pin on Amelia Sky. Looking to become the new Sovereign Champion. I think she'd only be like the sixth Sovereign Champion in the history of the belt. Amelia Sky, just like that, fights back, and we know Harper Castle's already taken a load of punishment, but kicks out too. We know how durable Harper Castle can be. Amelia Sky, oh no, Harper, you fought valiantly, but your effort may be in vain, as Amelia Sky looks to retain the UIW Sovereign Champ. Not yet! That's like the closest I can go to shouting. Harper trying to crawl into that corner, use the ropes to get back to her feet, but here comes Amelia Sky running drop kick. Harper gets out of the way. Irish whip Amelia into the ropes, ducks underneath as Harper. Deep arm drag by Harper Castle. Harper. They're all hitting all the big shots. Harper's down. Get into the pin. It's taken her ages. 1. No. You've got to think if Harper had got into that pin a little quicker, that might have done it. Harper throwing Amelia Sky into that far right corner. Back and forth, a battle of the ages. All fighting over this UIW Sovereign Championship. You know, Harper Castle definitely has the quality. Look, she's down again. I mentioned earlier, emptying the gas tank. You need to be effective with it. You need to get the job done because now she's running low. Running on fumes. Rolling Amelia Sky over in the corner. Referee down to the count. The referee did take a bit of time to slide in there, and that's allowed Amelia Sky to get a quick kick out. Irish whip into the ropes, rebounds off, ducks underneath to Amelia Sky. Leaps over the top of the Sky. Pop-up boot to the face. Been a phenomenal little singles match at the end here. We never got to see the proper singles match between these two. I would still like to see that, and if, in fairness, if Harper wins this, we will get it, because Amelia Sky will have a rematch clause with one successful defense under her name. Able to get out of the way of that cutter, and a stomp to the face now by Castle. Knee to the face. Oh, Harper going up top, looking to fly. Big splash. Not the time to celebrate, because look, you've allowed Amelia Sky to recover. You should have taken advantage, but you'll learn that. Harper Castle's still young in her UIW career, and she'll learn to be more clinical if that does indeed cost her, because look, it's allowed Amelia Sky to get back in control of this matchup. Not for long, fireman's carry. Harper Castle now looking to pick Amelia up, boot to the gut. Again! This time, pulls into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2. A lot of ads for you. Oh, I don't even think I enable ads. That's crazy. I'm sorry you're missing it. I don't ever hear anyone else there. Huh? Amelia Sky's just clutched up and you've just missed it in the ads. That could have been it. If Harper had connected with that, that may very well have been it. Boot to the gut. I can't believe Harper Castle was a second or two away from potentially becoming UIW Sovereign Champion, but Amelia Sky able to get out of the way of that spinning soul kick. Amelia Sky feeling confident. Harper Castle holding her face. Sky, look at the pain that Harper Castle's in. Swanton, straight into the pin, floats over. 1, 2, 3. And Amelia Sky, after a brutal finish, little singles match at the end of that Sovereign Championship rules match. Amelia Sky walked into the new season. We have had one title change hands all weekend. But you know Harper Castle and Piper Village definitely aren't done chasing this. They both got one hell of a fight. But oh, damn, a lot of pressure on Kobe in the main event. As the only championship that's changed hands so far is the major belt in the women's division. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we head into our steel cage match. Another feud that stems all the way back from Ever After. Ellie Quinn refused to team with Fury because Fury was bad now for her the entire time. Fury then lost to the Platinum Standard. Fury was able to beat Ellie Quinn with the help of Taylor Brooks. Oh no, Taylor Brooks beat Fury. Either or. You know, there's been a lot of Taylor Brooks and Ellie Quinn, a lot of Fury and Ellie Quinn. I think both Fury and Ellie Quinn are both Fury and Taylor Brooks have beaten Ellie Quinn because of each other. I got you. Thank you for letting me know. I apologise. But at Showdown, Ellie Quinn, after putting down Taylor Brooks, cost the alpha female the chance to win the women's championship. A long-awaited singles match between her and Mia Nishimura, and tonight now they will fight inside the steel cage. There will be no intervention. Fury is not going to be escaping that cage, I promise you. Fury is not going to try. She said earlier on today that this is about brutality. That handicap match against the Fly Girls Club earlier on the week, she didn't win that. Of course she wouldn't. It was a handicap match. It was more about sending a message showing, you know, she kind of dominated those Fly Girls Club. They had to beat her by count out. No tricks from Ellie Quinn this time. There'll be no outside help like there was at Mixed Match Extravaganza against Taylor Brooks. No Ruby Cage, because they'll be locked in the cage together. One-on-one. Till either one of them escapes or one of them pins the other. But here comes the devil herself, the silver-tongued Satan. Ellie Quinn, welcome to the stream, Bree George. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you enjoyed this cheeky little hotel room stream. Hence the quiet voice. Have to explain that because I'm so self-conscious of it. But here comes Ellie Quinn, making her way down from the back, looking poised, looking ready, but obviously very understanding of the threat that stands in her way, that is the alpha female. Making her way down the ramp, but she's come to a stop at the top of the ramp, kind of just staring at Fury. Fury staring back. Ellie, you got to get down here. You got to get in the ring. We need this match to get going. It's all good saying come and get some. You need to go in there. Wait! Ruby Cage, Ellie Quinn's youngest sister figure, is in here trying to take it to the alpha female. The cage is lowered. I don't think Ruby Cage has realised she's realised she's trapped in this steel cage with the alpha female. Well, she thinks she's doing Ellie Quinn a favour, and right now she is holding her own, but Ruby Cage, when Fury gets up, is going to realise that she is stuck in this steel cage with the alpha female. And she's trying to get out. She's asked them to open it up, but she's realising Fury's up to her feet. Ruby Cage is going to have to turn around and look at the power of the alpha female. Oh, God. Ruby Cage is not an active member of this women's division. She is the young sibling of... Look, Jesus has been launched. The young sibling figure of Ellie Quinn. Full ball. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, Ruby Cage is doing a good job at staying up. But Fury's not even going down from whatever onslaught that Ruby Cage is able to give out. Ellie Quinn is livid ringside. I mean, she's pacing around near my announce desk. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Trying to force a submission. Couple of right hands. God, big right hand by the alpha female. I mean, she's tried her best, Ruby Cage. Look at Fury! Sent into the steel cage, and that's the equalizer. That's what she's going to have to do. She's going to have to utilize that steel cage to kind of even the score. Fury's the Brock Lesnar of the women's division. She knows the game. Oh no, well, Ruby Cage's time is not going to last very long. Oh, doesn't go for the Symphony. Fury, there's no way you're going to try and escape. Surely not. Oh my God. Fury. She heard me say she's the Brock Lesnar of the women's division. She went for a shoot. Oh my God, look. Could you imagine? No, look, there's no way. Like, it lasted seconds. The alpha female gets out of that Kimura and just launches Ruby Cage across the ring. Ruby Cage is regretting this. She thought she was doing a favor for Ellie Quinn, but she's been locked inside of here. And Fury is absolutely dominating the younger sister of Ellie Quinn. Ellie Quinn's pleading with Montagina ringside, but she can't open the door. It's only opened at the request of Ruby Cage or Fury, and Fury has not allowed Ruby to even climb the steel cage or open the door. Oh my God, just pulverizing the face of Ruby Cage with these left hands. There's no defense. This is all Fury. Just get it over with. Come on. Working the legs. Jesus Christ. It was a valiant effort, but now it is all the alpha female. Ellie Quinn is beyond livid ringside. Look, Fury is destroying the legs. Into the pin, thinking this is going to be enough. I mean, it may very well be. If I'm Ruby Cage, I'm just staying down. But she's kicking out. No, don't be so stupid. Just stay down. Welcome to the stream, Juice. Just stay down. Big shoulder block. Big spine buster by the alpha female. And now, look, she's done playing. Ruby Cage did start with a valiant effort. It was a good idea to try and help Ellie Quinn. But the alpha female with a symphony of destruction. And that surely is. Don't kick out. Don't be stupid. And the alpha female puts down Ruby Cage. She tried to help Ellie Quinn. She really did. But Ellie Quinn, wait, Ellie Quinn has been ringside this whole time. Ellie Quinn's just slid in the ring. Turn around, Fury. Ducks a clothesline. A couple of big right hands by the alpha female. And there goes Ellie Quinn. Neither of them. It took two of them. And neither of them were going to get one up on the alpha female tonight. You did indeed witness a murder there. You know what? But Ruby Cage gave it one hell of a try. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Barnes is barred from ringside in our next matchup. Matsuda Tanaka will go one-on-one with Brian Gibson. Hey, welcome to the stream, Jay Jones, former UAW World Heavyweight Champion. He's the man who held the World Heavyweight Championship for 69 days. Welcome to the stream, young man. We'll have a good day. We're in our tertiary minute. Wow, it's only been an hour and a half. Matsuda Tanaka will be a man on a mission tonight. He was robbed at Showdown. You'd imagine he very well would be in our championship match tonight if it wasn't for Brian Gibson. But with everyone banned from ringside, Tanaka will be looking to make quick work of one half of Catch Point. Catch Point, though, have been very successful so far in their UIW careers. Rarely losing. Indeed, he is a former UIW World Champion. I can't believe I shouted out Jay Jones, but forgot to shout out the man who's won a high-stakes battle royale, the man who's undefeated at Broadway Bash, won in the main event. Held the belt for 87 days before it was relinquished. He now looks to take it to Brian Gibson. One half a catch point, the other half a catch point, and presumably the rest of the Age of Harris are barred from ringside. And now we await the arrival of Brian Gibson. Catch point representative, Age of Harris representative. I'll have you know, fair, Max Powers is the champ we'd like to touch. You make me miss him when you bring him up, but I can't. For all the calls I will bring back, I can't with Max Power, as much as Bateman would love it. I mean, here we go. Matsuda Tanaka, Brian Gibson, tertiary main event. Brian Gibson, undefeated in singles action, by the way, and have been very good in tag action alongside Jordan Barnes. Singles action isn't his forte, but it certainly is Tanaka's. Big underdog tonight with good reason, former UIW World Champion. But Brian Gibson, despite not being a singles match competitor by trade, certainly has the technical ability to go toe-to-toe with Matsuda, as we see him already in control, getting a 1 count early on here. Matsuda off that second rope, off the top rope, connection across the body. 2 matches left after this, the implosion of the Fly Girls Club and the Elimination Gold Rush main event. Forearm to the back. Boot to the midsection. Matsuda stumbles away. Boot to the midsection again. Right hand. Matsuda counters with a body shot of his own. A backhand chop. Another backhand chop. A right hand. A chop again. Wish for another chop. Brian Gibson having absolutely none of it. Irish whip by 1/2 a catch point. 1/4 of the Age of Harris sends Matsuda over the top rope down to the floor below. We know Matsuda's not afraid to brawl on the outside, though. He actually beat Paul Motor in their first encounter way back last season by beating him up on the outside. Brian Gibson, though, right now is having the upper hand over Matsuda Tanaka. Thank you very much, Fury. Have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow. I will see you next week, potentially. We can get these calls up. Under the bottom rope goes Tanaka. That second rope flies and connects with Brian Gibson. Brian Gibson down and Matsuda scouting him up, circling him like a shark, grabs him up to his feet. Matsuda Tanaka, he ain't wasting any time. Looking to put down Brian Gibson. 1, 2. Not many kick out of that one, but Gibson certainly has here so far, keeping this matchup alive. Reverse DDT by 1/2 a catch point. They're going to drag him across the ring. No, couple of elbows there by Matsuda, who's largely been in control of the last couple of minutes. Irish whip now into the ropes, rebounds off. Leaps over the top, there's Tanaka. Ducks underneath, there's Tanaka. Lovely dragon suplex. Boot to the midsection. Matsuda Tanaka driving Gibson into the mat. We're going to pick Gibson right back up, continue the onslaught. Slips underneath again for a dragon suplex. Jesus Christ, it has all been Tanaka for a hot minute. Like I said, Gibson is a tag team specialist. He's trying his best and he started strong, but as soon as Tanaka's able to get into it, he hasn't struggled too much. Gibson, though, now back in control, grabbing the hair of Tanaka, putting it up against the ropes. Goes for a kick to the thigh, counter with an elbow. Tanaka off that second rope, he loves that, connects again. Goes for a stomp up to his feet. There's a clothesline, Tanaka back up, there's another clothesline. Tanaka back up again, catches the leg, inside sweep to take Tanaka off his feet. Ooh, a bar again there. Promo tie up, boot to the gut. Irish whip countered, elbow, no, didn't counter it, just a pull back into the elbow. Up on top again goes Tanaka. Tanaka looks to fly, big splash, doesn't connect. Brian Gibson out of the way, now has a chance to get back in control of our tertiary main event. Dragon Screw takedown by 1/2 a catch point, cranks back on the leg. Forearm, great counter by Tanaka, well experienced, a veteran in the industry. Forearm to the face. Brian Gibson finally getting some control in, needs to keep it up, can't allow Tanaka to regain control again. Gibson going to drag him away from the ropes, great strategy. Looking to go back off the leg, maybe force a submission of the former UIW World Heavyweight Champion. Right hand there by Tanaka, a second right hand and a third right hand, forces a release. And both men get up to their feet, limping. Tanaka has not got much left. Both go for a roundhouse, neither connect. Irish whip off the ropes. Oh my God, wait, look at this. Tanaka! A pile driver! He's not even going for the pin. Oh my goodness. Brian Gibson, your day might be covered. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Matsuda Tanaka gets revenge for Showdown and puts down Brian Gibson. Do not mess with Matsuda Tanaka. He was not playing around, and he will be watching that main event closely, I'm sure. But it's time now for the co-main event. Before that, we have a grudge match. Alice Blake taking on Luna Asher. The Fly Girls Club imploded. These were the two founders of the Fly Girls Club. So did Sherman.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. and she's out there in the sheer white dress wearing last night's makeup. All the pictures, she need pictures of the flash
The two founders
she's not that way.
of the Fly Girls Club imploding. Luna Asher did not like the addition of Sarah Miller or Katie Sparks. I appreciate that, Bree, very much so. Thank you very much. Do my best. Today is inconvenient just because this show was actually supposed to be last Sunday, but I didn't have my computer for the entire week. I'm underwhelmed by it because I had booked 4 days off last week to get hype videos out and really put a good effort into this and stream it last weekend, but my computer packed in. I didn't have it for a week, so I couldn't actually do anything, and now I'm having to stream it tiptoeing around and not shouting because I'm in a hotel the day before a wedding. But here comes Alice Blake, the leader, the de facto leader of the Fly Girls Club, making her way down the ramp. She got hit by a Vogue Vanquisher. At Showdown, she was the special guest referee. Personally, I thought she was refereeing it very fairly, but Luna Asher had enough. Maybe thought she was favouring Sarah Miller and hit her with a Vogue Vanquisher. Of course, then Alice Blake fast counted Luna Asher and allowed Sarah Miller to win. Then we had that graduation earlier on the month. Alice Blake and Katie Sparks. Sarah Miller was there as well. Turned on Luna Asher, had her dress up as a fool, put a bag on her head. Sarah Miller, to be fair to her, left the scene. Here we go. Alice Blake, Luna Asher, one-on-one. Co-main event. They've had a lot of co-main events, these two, I feel like. Prominent positions on the card. Yet to hold gold in UIW, but certainly I would say deserving of it. I definitely would expect them to be in and around the title picture within the next year or so. Well, some sort of title picture. Of course, especially for Alice Blake, with the potential of women's tag belts, Fly Girls Club got to be high in the pecking order for that. Boot to the back of the head. Another boot to the back of the head. A third boot. Goes for another stomp. Couple of boots to the back of the head again. It looks like Alice Blake is just kind of toying with Luna Asher here, which isn't the best idea, because actually they have fought once before. It was at Ever After in the tournament, first round of the tournament, and Luna Asher did in fact beat Alice Blake. Now, you could argue Alice Blake wouldn't be trying to go all out against, you know, a member of the Fly Girls Club at that point. Would have wanted what's best for the team. Maybe Alice Blake felt like she's more likely to earn a world title match without the tournament. She didn't need it, allowing Luna Asher through potentially. You'll never know to what extent they were going 100% in that matchup, but they definitely will be here tonight. But now it gets to be Alice or Katie, or Alice or Sarah or Katie. Maybe will they be Freebirds like the New Day Orbs? Will they all carry the tag championships if they win it? Some right hands here by Luna Asher. Draping Alice Blake over that top rope. Luna showing off that athleticism, driving the knees into the midsection. Now some boots straight to the midsection here by Luna. Boot to the back again. Now stomp to the arm. Elbow to the back. Luna Asher starting very strong here. Alice Blake wisely going to roll to the other side of the ring, maybe use the ropes to create a bit of breathing room between the two. Right hand, forearm to the face. Alice Blake back into the ring, but caught by Luna Asher. Luna Asher seems to have a bit extra pep on her step, ducks underneath, leaps over the top, goes for the flying forearm. Alice Blake knows her well though and able to avoid it. Boot to the face. The thing is, you would imagine, Alice Blake obviously being the mentor of this duo, Luna Asher was relatively new when Fly Girls started. Luna would have learned a lot from Alice Blake, whereas Alice Blake maybe wouldn't have needed to learn so much from Luna, which means Luna probably knows more about Blake than Blake does about Luna. Typically, the one being mentored ends up, if you are a good mentor, surpassing the mentor. So it's not necessarily a knock on Alice Blake here that Luna Asher is starting strong. She probably knows more of Alice Blake's moveset. She would have had to take note of it, learning from her. Luna Asher is somewhat of a product of Alice Blake's creation, you could say. Goes for a stomp, up to her feet, curl elbow tie up. Irish whip by Blake, countered by Luna though. Look how well these two read each other. Off the ropes again, able to stop herself. Goes for a boot, couldn't quite connect with it. Grabbing her by the hair. Now stomping on the hair of Blake. Alice Blake up to her feet, right hand, another right hand, here we go. The kick connoisseur loves to get in a bit of a scrap. It's not necessarily the hands you need to watch out for, it's those legs. And that's exactly why Luna Asher going to target the legs. Another stop to the leg. Alice Blake trying to get back up to her feet. Forearm to the face. There it is, big boot straight to the face, and just like that, the ultimate equalizer. Alice Blake hoisting up Luna Asher up into her shoulder, going to hang her out to dry over that top rope. Off the ropes again. Big knee across the face actually. Letting out a roar. Alice Blake knows she's in control. Luna up to her feet. Leaps over the top. Catches her over a DDT. A tornado DDT to be exact. Goes for a right hand. Doesn't connect. Boot to the midsection. Luna going to go off the ropes. Boot to the back of the head. Drop kick to the back. And now Luna Asher looking to fly. Go high. Look, oh my God, look at that athleticism. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Alice Blake kicks out of the count 2. Luna Asher letting out a roar here. And literally letting out a roar once again. I think at this point you've really got to stay on top. You're giving Alice Blake all the time to recover. Maybe she wants to get up. Maybe it's a bit of mind games. Overhand right here. Forearm to the face doesn't connect. Alice Blake now. Single knee backbreaker. Not done though. Up to her feet. Oh, big boot. That's classic Alice Blake. Snapmare by Blake. Off the ropes. You know what's coming. Boot straight to the face. The kick connoisseur for a reason. Big knee again across the upper body. Alice Blake starting to take control of this matchup. Grabbing Luna by the arms. Knee across the face again. Off the ropes once more. Another knee drop. Starting to pick up steam. Working the right arm. Trying to force a submission. Not the typical submission Alice Blake goes for. Maybe that's why she was trying to do something new. Catch Luna Asher off guard. But Luna with a couple of elbows able to break free. Great submission defense by the upstart. Springboard drop kick by Luna Asher. Again, that moonsault into the knees. I saw you in the lab, Juicy. I like what I see. You gotta love the Road Wives. Goes for another stomp. Alice Blake gets out of the way. Punch to the midsection. Overhand right. Alice Blake. Oh no, see, they know each other so well. Irish whip off the ropes. Luna Asher takes her out. Alice Blake once again trying to roll away. Use the ropes to create a bit of breathing room. That's the ring veteran there. Right hand. Drop kick. Rolls back underneath that bottom rope. Running drop kick. Rolls her over. Lateral press. Luna Asher trying to get the pin here. 1, 2. Only going to be a 2 count. Alice Blake able to kick out. No Vogue vanquished just yet. Only 10 minutes in though. It's fair, 10 minutes in. Absolutely possible. I could certainly see people like the Sneaky Devils going for the tag belts. Going for a stomp. Alice Blake in control of this matchup. I'd say both of these competitors have shared control of this matchup over the course of it. I don't think it's been dominant either way. They've had moments of dominance, and Luna Asher right now is trying to reignite a sequence of dominance. Rolls out of the corner and doesn't go into the pin. Understands Alice Blake too well for that. Stomp to the lower back. Luna up top. Going to take a leap of faith. Go high risk. Big elbow drop. Doesn't connect. Shades of Marty Michaels. And DDT by Alice Blake. Alice Blake into the pin on Luna Asher here. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Goes for a stomp to the back of the head. Luna up to her feet. Goes for a clothesline. Irish whip. Into the ropes. Rebounds. Oh, nasty super kick. Up to the top again. Alice Blake going to show you how it's done. Going to take a leap. Oh, that's it. That is athleticism. Similar to what we saw from Luna Asher at the start of the match. 1, 2. Only going to be a 2. Luna still kicking out. These two absolutely want to get the winner over each other. For Alice Blake, she wants to equalise and make it one apiece. For Luna Asher, she'd like to decisively say she can beat Alice Blake, that she's surpassed Alice Blake, that she doesn't need the Fly Girls Club. Overhand right. Little German. Lovely little stomp. A knee to the face. Alice Blake looking to pick her up. Spinning soul kick. Oh my god, that was a nasty kick straight to the midsection. Boot to the back. Luna Asher picking Alice up. Oh Jesus, that haymaker as well. Luna going to the outside, going up top. She heard me maybe discredit her high-flying capabilities, so she connects to a crossbody. Alice Blake up to her feet again. Irish whip countered. Alice Blake into the ropes. Luna misses whatever she was going for. And look at Alice Blake. Rolls through. Super kick again. And again off the ropes. Alice Blake leaps. Doesn't connect. After so many of those, finally Luna Rasher saw it coming. Work on that left up. Jesus Christ. The velocity on that almost completely took Alice Blake off her feet. That little snap. Grabbing her by the throat. Inside sweep. Or outside sweep, I should say. Alice Blake once again using the ropes to get up. They've certainly given each other one hell of a fight. Oh, a little rake of the back, driving those nails into the spine. Vogue Vanquisher into the pin on Blake. Will it be? 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Able to kick out of that Vogue Vanquisher. Alice Blake has enough left in the tank. Stomp to the arm. Grabbing her by the back of the hair. What is she doing? Going to put her in the corner. Going to see some classic Alice Blake potentially. Little scoop slam. Oh, into the pin. Lateral press. Trying to be cheeky with it. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Luna Rasher able to kick out. And Luna Rasher going to roll to the outside. Luna Rasher did good. Almost put her down with that Vogue Vanquisher. But it's going to take a little bit more than that to put down Alice Blake. The referee continuing their count. Wait, Katie Sparks. Oh, come on. None of this. None of this. We've had a lovely, fair... Well, Katie Sparks can't get her hands. Look, she's trying to... The referee keeping them apart, but Katie Sparks can't put her hands. And wait, it's Blake! No! What? While the ref wasn't looking... Alice took the ref out from behind. Katie Sparks is right there coming up to them. Luna Rasher getting dragged around, thrown back in the ring. I think a little mistake potentially arising. Katie's accidentally hit Alice Blake. And here comes Luna Rasher. Alice Blake inadvertently threw Luna Rasher out of the way, and Katie Sparks accidentally hit Blake with it. Now taking Katie out, taking Alice out. Alice back onto that bottom rope. These Fly Girl shenanigans accidentally took Alice Blake out of that haymaker was intended for Luna. Vogue Vanquisher. The ref's back up. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I couldn't shout. 3.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m.
And Luna Rasher inadvertently with the help of Katie Sparks. Puts down Alice Blake. You see Sparks down ringside. She'll be disappointed with herself. I can't believe, Katie Sparks came down thinking she was going to help Alice Blake. Accidentally hit Alice Blake with the right hand. And that allowed Luna Rasher to pick up the win with a second Vogue Vanquisher. And ladies and gentlemen, though, we've only had one championship change hands so far this weekend, and it was the major women's title. That is the only championship that's changed hands. A lot of pressure on Kobe Lasher as he defends against Tone White, Paul Motor and Tops Newsom. Now, Kobe, Paul and Tops will have one thing in common here, and they don't like the age of Harris. If I'm them, I'm teaming up. They must have spoke beforehand backstage. You surely think so. Here it comes, out first, former two-time, only the second ever two-time UIW World Champion. The first ever, of course, was Ricky Delaney. A cumulative 113 days. Tops Newsom held the UIW World Championship for. Tops repping this new attire for tonight. Appreciate it. Looks lovely. Who'd have thought White would look so good on a Puppet Master? This is also going to feature the return of Paul Motor. We haven't seen him in action until tonight, after he was taken out by Psycho G. And out next, ladies and gentlemen, Tone White, representing the age of Harris. Making his way out from the back. Where music stopped? Wait. Tone! Tone is sending out APH to do the deed. Of course, APH beat Kobe Dasher 2 weeks ago. And APH has not been pinned by anybody in UIW since Motor at Ever After. He is undeniable. He's made his way down the ramp. He's in the ring. Tone already had a chance, I guess. APH wants to have a go himself. He's beaten most of the people in this match. Mind games by the age of Harris. Well, here he comes. The first time since he was taken out by Psycho G. I'd say that's great strategy. Look, I don't think that's dissension between the age of Harris. I think that's them knowing, look, you know, APH is on a run of form right now. He's not been pinned by anybody. Tops beat Tone just this past week. Tone's not fresh. This has added an element of freshness to the age of Harris. APH is going to be completely fresh, whereas Tone had to go through a grueling battle with Tops Newsom. I think this is as much as I'm maybe not the biggest fan of the age of Harris, this is a great strategy. And here he is. We haven't seen him in action. He's looking to win back his UIW World Championship. Paul Motor. Was robbed of an opportunity to be the greatest champion UIW had ever seen. He only got to hold it for 7 days, literally a week, before Psycho G cashed in his golden ticket briefcase. Points over at APH. Notice how he didn't point at Tops. Like I said, there's got to be a mutual understanding. I mean, they thought it was Tone. Maybe APH is even bigger of a threat than Tone. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, in his hometown, the man who probably never thought he would become UIW World Champion. Not this soon. Not after the start of the season he had. He's coming home to California. Kobe Dasher, ladies and gentlemen, the UIW World Champion, won it with the help of a returning Paul Motor after Tops Newsom was taken out at Showdown. Tops Newsom was taken out by Catch Point, left it just a one-on-one. Tone was all over Kobe, but then Paul Motor came and saved the day and equalised it. He was brutalized by APH 2 weeks ago, but he would have recovered somewhat. If he wants to continue on to the new season, he is going to have to go through 2 former UIW World Champions and APH, who I believe is someone destined to become World Champion. He's only been pinned by Mota at Ever After, and even then there was a plan behind that to get Psycho G the belt. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pops Newsom. APH. Paul Mota. And the reigning champion, Kobe Dasher. For championship gold. Gold Rush. Elimination. Last man standing. Oh my god, we're going to see Mota team up against Kobe. I mean, look, there are no alliances, especially so early on. I'd expect them to start teaming up on APH later on. APH has got no partners. Everyone in this matchup does not like him. There is not a single man here that in any way, shape or form wants to work with APH. APH is a big man. He's the freshest member of the Age of Harris, which is why he's taken this match. I thought it was a great strategy. Tone might not be the happiest about it, but I think Tone is a smart businessman. APH going after Kobe. He knows he can beat Kobe. He bullied Kobe 2 weeks ago in that steel cage match. Running drop kick there by Kobe Dasher, the only one standing right now. Irish whip. Lovely hip toss. Launching Kobe. Right hand. Big right hand again. Spinning backhand. There goes Tops to the outside. And Jesus Christ, APH just launching Kobe. Big right hand again. Another right hand. APH is having his way with Kobe while Mota is attacking Tops Newsom with a steel chair. Damn, almost down the steps. Welcome to the stream, Aaron. Oh my god, big clothesline by APH sends Kobe over the top rope down to the floor below. Right hand by Tops, who looks to pick up that steel chair. Cracking Mota on the back with it. No eliminations thus far. Of course not. We're only 5 minutes in. Damn, those 5 minutes flew past. Crowd loving it tonight. Packed arena here in California. They're all here to see Kobe Dasher as Tops Newsom taking it to Paul Mota. Now launching Paul Mota across the far side. All men going after each other, trying to get an elimination here on Mota. Only going to be a 1 count. Far too early in this matchup. Uppercut. Lovely suplex by APH. Right hand there. Multiple right hands. APH. I think APH has been the dominant man so far. It's going to take an army to deal with this big man, but Mota taking him off his feet. Rolling him over. Mota trying to eliminate the big man. Finally gets him down. Of course, not going to get the job done. Irish whip. Mota into the ropes. Taken down by APH. APH going after absolutely everybody in this match. He's not afraid of any of them. But now he's getting a look for it. You know they would take any opportunity to get rid of him. Certainly the biggest threat. Right now it's Paul Mota going right back after Tops Newsom. Motor taking Kobe off his feet. Irish whip. APH sending Tops into the corner. Big right hand. No eliminations as we approach the 10-minute mark. I mean, it did take about 10 to 12 minutes to get an elimination in the women's match yesterday. Oh, Jesus, taking Paul Motor completely off his feet with that lariat. The other two going to fight it out on the outside. Elbows to the midsection from Paul Motor to APH. Motor going to take it to APH. APH going to catch him, though, with a powerbomb. Oh my God, APH chucking Motor out the corner as Kobe looking to take it to him now. Unloading with some lethal stomps on a down Paul Motor. Wait. Oh. He's going to get revenge. Get revenge. For Showdown, that's Matsuda. Matsuda Tanaka. Screwed by the age of Harris. At Showdown, Matsuda. Driving APH into the mat. And look, he's gesturing. If he got me champion, he's gesturing for the others to come in and take it to APH. Matsuda's leaving. APH is starting to stir. Here comes Motor. Motor taking out the big man. Motor taunting the downed Angel Perkins Harris with a reboot. And now Top slides back in. He sees the initiative. He sees the agreement. Tops with a shusher. Telling him to shush. Both of them, they're teaming up, and now here comes Kobe. Kobe back in. APH is still getting up. Still getting up. Kobe! Look at the leg. Could that be the biggest shock? There's the first elimination. APH has terrorized everybody. And they've all teamed up together to take him out. Matsuda came to the aid, returned the favor, and now they know it's every man for themselves. And Motor's looking to take it to Newsom. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Now cracking the head of Motor with a kendo stick. APH, they knew they had to work together. 10 minutes of them all fighting each other, and then they realized with the help of Matsuda that APH was the one. That had to go. The only one that didn't get a vote to be eliminated first. Well, it was Tone, but obviously APH takes Tone's place. Oh, you know, I'm realizing now that there are 4 members of the Age of Harris, and there are 4 people that have an issue with them. I hope our fairest man is thinking of a cheeky little bit of War Games. Irish whip. And Kobe has his choice of who to go for. Running uppercut on Tops Newsom. Elbow to the face. Kobe stunned. Forearm to the back. Irish whip. A couple of kicks straight to the calf. Spinning soul kick. Lovely hip toss by Motor. Clothesline by Kobe. They all work together to get rid of the one threat. And that could have taken them all out. And now they understand it is every man for themselves here in our main event. 15 minutes deep. Cracking the kendo stick on the face of Tops Newsom. Paul Motor now with an Irish whip. Sends Kobe into the referee. Kobe on the shoulders of Motor. They're going to team up. They are. Look at this. Tops and Kobe. Trying to take out Paul Motor on his return. He's bleeding. He's bloodied open already. Oh, Kobe! He's eliminated Tops. Well, no, he's eliminated Tone, so will he eliminate Tops? No, he won't. welcome to the stream. Really chirping. Hope you're having a good day. Mota calls back into the ring. Immediately gets caught by a triangle dropkick. Looking for a frog splash, but Tops pulled Mota out of the way. Inadvertently, I assume. That's Tops looking for a big stop to the midsection. Placing Kobe against the ropes. We're going to see a little bit of hit and run. Classic Tops Newsom. Been a while. Yes, we are. Been a while since we've seen some hit and run by Tops. Oh, shuts her out of nowhere. 1, 2. A Mota kicks out. He is sounding like Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. Oh, this is classic Mota. It looks like he's taking a bullet to the brain with that blood. He's trying to throw a kendo stick at Mota and it completely backfired. But Tops kicks out. Kicks out of that reboot. No, it's not a reboot. Hard reset. Sorry, hard reset. Sorry. Mota's got a reboot in my head. Irish whip. Kobe off the ropes. Forearm to the face. Kobe with an Irish whip. Mota into the ropes. Ducks underneath. Lovely deep arm drag. Big clothesline. Overhand right by Tops. The puppet master. This is classic Tops as well. The torque on that twist to the neck of Mota. Overhand right. Just slipped. Big clothesline by the puppet master. Turns his attention to Mota. Irish whip. Into the ropes. Rebound. Big elbow straight to the face. Into the pin. Could that be our second elimination? Is Mota done for? Is Mota cooked? He kicks out. Mota trying to get back up. Slips free. Just about saves himself. Louise! How was that? Well, there's no DQ in this. That was nasty. A kendo strike straight to the back of the head. He launched it. Kendo strike now from Mota to Tops. Mota to Kobe. Kobe just about gets to his feet. Kobe! Kobe Dasher! 1, 2! No, Mota kicks out. I really thought. We still haven't had that second elimination just yet. Couple of elbows to the midsection. Big clothesline didn't quite connect. Snapmare. Classic Mota. Boot to the face. Oh, cracked him across the back and across the head. Multiple times. He's broken the kendo stick over Mota. Oh! Mota went for a big boot. Kobe caught him. Mota forced the tap. We are down to 2. Tops staring at Kobe. Will we get Tops to become the first ever 3-time UIW champion? Or will Kobe somehow retain? The complete underdog. Can he eliminate all 3? Leaps to the top. He's trying for it. Kobe! 1, 2, 3! Kobe Dasher in his hometown. Is still the UI. Tone is back. Tone's back out here. And the age of Harris may not have walked away with a belt, but they certainly stand tall. Kobe Dasher has laid out center of the ring, and Tone is not finished. He's calling for more. Kobe fighting back though. Big right hand by Kobe. Another right hand by Kobe. And here comes Brian Gibson. Right hand. Gibson, he's had a rough night. Jordan Barnes. And all of the members of the Age of Harris that didn't compete in this match have laid out. Your UIW World Champion. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry the voice could not be there, but I enjoyed the show. It should have been so much more if it wasn't for my computer crashing out on me. Like, as I mentioned a few times, I had booked 4 days off to really go hard on this finale, but still, I hope it was good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm back on Tuesday. I'm back home from the wedding on Tuesday. I will start messaging everyone personally about getting their cores ready so we can fully make the move to 25. But thank you all for tuning in. Until the next time I see you all, I've got to go to bed because wedding soon. But I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful day.